My name is Kim Rondeau. I'm the Director of Savvy Estates. We established Savvy Estates 2.5 years ago in our bedroom at home, of all things. And then after 18 months, my husband suggested it might be a good idea if I left the house. And so we started renting an official premises. Since that time, we've grown the business. We're seeking clients all the time, but what we really love is the client referrals. So our personal referrals are our greatest source of business without advertising.
My name's Harry. I've been involved in property for about 20 years now, primarily residential investment, and I always found it really difficult to find a really good rental agent. About 13 years ago, I was introduced to Kim and took my portfolio over to Kim, and since then we've built this really solid relationship where she's managed not only my properties but all my family's properties and friends of mine. Kim comes with an abundance of property expertise and something that I think is really, really important. She generally knows property a lot better than owners do, so I have the utmost trust in any decision she'll make because it's always in the benefit of my property.
You can only survive in Adelaide for so long with a bad reputation, so we're determined that our client experience will be fulfilling to them. They get a great return on their investment and we build trust with them with our expertise. So building a team at Savvy and finding the right people has been paramount to our client values and our mission statement that we want clients to have an excellent experience, whether they're a landlord, a tenant, a vendor or a buyer. You want everyone to walk away having good things to say about Savvy. Harry refers clients to us because he trusts us, and that is a huge compliment. Well, I worked in Mawson Lakes for over 10 years and I always knew Polaris was around, and we didn't get to experience a lot of it. I knew about some of the meetings and I attended a few back in the early years. But when I was going into business, I started researching can I get advice of what I need to do. And then rather from jumping from government department to find out, I came across Polaris and went through the council that way and saw the service that was offered. And the value to me was insurmountable. You couldn't pay for that. It was brilliant. Everything I hadn't thought of. And I have fairly good business acumen, but there are a lot of things that I needed to be very careful about. I mean, most small businesses fail within the first 12 months. Polaris gave me the opportunity to never ever get there. So my private mentoring meant that in the first instance, we did a 12-month business plan with a 5-year projection. So therefore I knew in my head where I wanted to go, but accountability was so important. So writing that down and going back now and looking at it again, and we have surpassed my business plan. So for Polaris and me networking with them, I get to meet a lot of people I wouldn't normally meet. So at the Women in Business networking events, I've made great friends and gained clients and personal referrals as people get to meet me personally, but also attending the Northern Business Breakfast. That's another whole opportunity to meet a whole calibre of people. The ongoing resources of Polaris are valuable to me. I've got 2 events booked this week. Some of them are paid for and some of them I don't, and some of them are subsidised. But they're a wealth of information and Polaris are my friend.